Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So today is not a as you can see from the title, so today is everything camera. This is was requested to me by an amazing viewer. Kablamo! Did it appear? I don't know. I'm gonna edit that later, so I have no idea if it actually did or not. I'm gonna try to make it match the Kablamo, but anyways. So the user was asking me, as you read in that comment place thingy, that they wanted to see my settings. So this is everything to do with camera settings, only camera settings, nothing but camera settings. And I'm going to show you guys what I had done. And I'll try to make it easier for you guys, because what I had to go through was very, very annoying and very stupid, because I had taken an advice of another YouTuber who did this in the dumbest of ways, and I ended up messing everything up, and I had to redo everything from the beginning, and it took me like a few days. Okay, so yeah, if I remembered his name, I would have put it there and like never watched this guy. So anyways, so here, okay, so let's go to the settings. So camera settings will be under controls. And this is the nice part about what MSFS 2024 did. Now you could do one of two things. Either you can show, go here and see the assigned. So you can just simply check every single assignment that you have for the for your keyboard. However, if there's something that's not assigned, then you're in a bit of trouble because you don't know where it is. So you're gonna have to go search for it. Good thing the search bar is very good. Other than that, also you have the option of just clicking over here, right? And you click search by input, and then click the input that you want. So let's say insert, for example. Oh, sorry, insert. Okay, and then it will tell you what is it attached to. See, like for example, my insert toggle drone. So this is where you need to go to toggle to change it if you want to change it. Okay, and it will tell you anything that has a combination with insert. Okay, this is my first thing for you. Now, before we start anything, the keyboard that I use for my plane controls is just generally this one, right? Keyboard 2020 planes. Okay, so so my general controls is the same exact controls that I have. See, now look, this one you need to keep it if you don't want to make any changes. I don't actually, guys, I really don't remember what I changed here, so please forgive me. I don't remember what changes I made that made me create this new general profile. But let me tell you that what I have at first has to be 2024 traversal. Guys, make sure that it's on 2024 traversal. If you go and do this 2020 traversal, all of these are going to disappear. Okay, every single option that you guys had that works with 2024 will be gone. You won't be able to get into planes. You won't be able to do so many things that come only with 2024. So that was the mistake that that other YouTuber did, and he said that change this to 2020. Do not change this to 2020. Never ever change general controls to 2020. Please, I beg you, don't do it, because you're gonna have suffer, and then later on you're gonna be, oh, why are these things not working? Why I don't have these? That is why you don't have these. Okay. General controls will mess with your menus, will mess with everything in MSFS 2024. Okay. Plane controls, change it to 2020, okay? Because the new plane controls are very stupid. They don't make any sense. It's just stupid. So don't do it. Don't change this. Make this the keyboard to 2020 planes, okay? And then if there will be any changes, you can then, save the new, make a new configuration profile. And the only reason I have this is because I've changed a few keyboard stuff. Okay, but 2020, the normal 2024, 2020 planes, not 2024. Don't do 2024 planes for airplane controls. Keep it on 2020, okay? 2020 will give you all the settings for 2020 and all of the camera settings for 2020. You won't really need to do much. You'll have everything running as it did in 2020, all right? So when it comes to cameras, So the 2020, this will give you, this is what will give you. So cockpit cameras, okay. You have, so you up, down, left, right, you know, decrease, increase, all of the normal things that you had. So when you want to reset the cockpit, you shift. So see, these are loading the custom positions that you have set. So it's from 0 to 9. Okay. The same thing is when you want to load. Okay, so you want to save the cameras. This is how you do Control Alt and the number. Okay. If you want to load the camera views that come with the plane, like Phoenix, it has like some cockpit camera views. Okay, a lot of instrument from 1 to 0, it has a lot of views. So that is shift and the number. Let me say again, shift and the number, not alt and the number like it was in 2020. Here it's shift. I couldn't change it honestly. So let's say, for example, I want to show you what that shift one looks like. So here, what we do is we hold shift and, oh, geez. So I don't know how to put shift plus 1. It gives you this. Okay, let's press 1. Okay, let's search by input. Hold on, actually search by input, shift 1. Search shift 1. Shift 1. Okay. That is toggle instrument view 1. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, even in the 2020 planes, for some weird reason, it is shift 1. All right. So if you want to change this, this is what you do. You go to shift 1 and then you can change it. So toggle instrument view. So what you can do, you say toggle. I'm sorry. Toggle instrument. Yeah, there you go. So toggle instrument view 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you can change all of these here. Okay. So it's either you go shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, which that's what I do. So I'll show you guys how I set my views, because I make custom views, right? In my planes. So I will show you what I do from those, because my cockpit custom views are based on these. So I check which views they have and then move left, right, up, down a little bit, you know. So these are the views. All right. So this is how I have my views. So let's go back to essential, none. Essential camera. You know what? Just none. All right. So drone camera. I don't really mess with most of these. Actually, I do believe that they're still mostly the same. But I am actually changing for these. These I might change instead of num 8, num 4, num 6, because it was a little bit of a problem for me. Because when I'm using the drone, it's like I can't use the WASD keys and then like drone up and down and left and right just to look around. I usually have to use the num keys. So these are the drone stuff. You can change it here or here. Okay, so what I'm doing is most probably I will just change these to like, oh yeah, down, up, left, right. Yeah, so that I can actually control these a little bit more. Okay, and rolls I don't roll the left or right actually, and the zoom is just equal to minus, or I do actually increase drone zoom. The increased drone zoom for me is mainly a mouse button. Scroll up and scroll down. So increase drone zoom is scroll up, and decrease drone zoom is scroll out. So this is basically what I use in the drone. I didn't set anything else for the mouse for the drone or inside the cockpit. Inside the cockpit, actually, the mouse. Hold on. Actually, cockpit camera. There is one thing I set for the mouse, which is the free look hold. It's the middle mouse button. And so the look down is basically like when you're holding the middle mouse button and looking up and down, left and right. That is how set up. I think this comes by default, but if it's not, these are the names of it. Okay, and this is where you can do them. Unzoom cockpit view and zoom cockpit view. Now, zooming in and out for me is something that I do it this way. Right mouse button and scroll up is unzoom. Now, I know this is so confusing because this is supposed to be scroll up is zoom in and scroll down is zoom out. But the name zoom cockpit, unzoom cockpit, it's so dumb. It's always like unzoom means zooming in and zoom means zooming out. Don't ask me why. This is how it is. And this is how we had to do it. Now, for this one, it might not work when you try to sign it. So what I did was I came in here and I ticked the corresponding ones just so that they can do it. So what I did was first, remember what I did here? I think I did like, yeah, this delete assign control and then tick and do it. I mean, delete assign control, you don't have to. If you want to remove any of the assignments, you just go hover over it and press the backspace key and it will just completely remove it. By default, if you have the 2024 traverses, that is how it will usually do. So yeah, these small changes, I had to create another profile for the general controls, but I left airplanes mouse 2024 planes because it still works perfectly. Now back to the keyboard, and this is mainly what I have. You'll have the drone camera. These are the only things that I had done, only changes I had done here. Let me just see, where else did I have something? Yeah, so I only have also the cockpit to toggle drone is insert. Okay, now I was using before this as the end key, okay, but the reason why I stopped using it is because I was doing a test on PMDG in 2024, so SU1, and if you guys haven't watched that, you can watch the video. Just search in my profile for the PMDG in MSFS 2024. I was doing some testings, and when I would go into external view mode and then I use the middle mouse button to look around, the plane will just hang and it won't work. So that is the reason why I removed it. Unfortunately, the last video I did with the second test, the plane stopped functioning in the middle of the air and I could not finish my flight. So it was very tragic. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that, but it is what it is. So I don't think, as for now, I may not do another test flight, but you know, knowing me, I may just or just of it, I might try another flight to see if I can do a full flight. Honestly, the plane is very, very unstable. Anyway, forget about that. This is not what we're talking about here. So we're talking about only the controls. So controls, if you want this, end. I would put end there, and here's insert, okay? Otherwise, the drone camera, okay? The drone camera, I was having issues because I had num5 as resetting the drone target something, so it will come back again. Yeah, reset of this one, reset drone target offset. What this will do is that if you're basically, let me just show you in this sim. So we are here in the drone mode, right? So we're flying around. Okay, we're looking around. We're looking. Okay, see now and now I'm using my what do you call them? The arrow keys. Okay, so we're going. Okay, well, by the way, yes, we're gonna go up. I'm using R, and if we go down, we're using F. So R and F. Yeah, please remember those because you guys are gonna need those. So yeah, when we're panning around like this. Okay, and let's say we want to watch some things, and then it's like, okay, I want to get back to my plane. So num0 is mine, num0, and here we go, and we're back to the plane. Okay, another thing, when I am doing these, you know, remember the gear down landings, right? When I want to show you the gear downs and stuff like that. So what I do is I go into external camera. But right now I don't have any buttons, but usually when you toggle here, you just go up here and you toggle the external camera. You just go to external camera. Now, middle mouse button, and then you can just move it around. Okay, hold the middle mouse button, move around, just like you do inside the cockpit. Okay, so if you want to zoom in, usually getting a proper let's say a proper, more accurate zoom, or like, you know, you want it to be at a certain spot, it won't happen. But for me, it's right click, zoom in, you know, scroll in, scroll out. So see, when I'm zooming in, I have this issue. I want the tail of the plane to be exactly there and to not go into the this one. So what I usually do, I come out into external view, and let's say 67. Okay, 67 gets my whole frame and plane in the frame, and when I'm panning around, it doesn't go into the corner of my screen over here, which is pretty nice. So, but you got to remember something, okay? If you do this and then you use Shift C to go into the walk around mode, okay, first of all, in the walk around mode, to have your mouse out, you have to press once the middle mouse button. That is by default. I didn't change that. And then you can just have your mouse while you want to click around, okay? It's when you're walking. Now, when you go back in, okay, and you're going back into this view, the zoom resets. So when you go back in, like from cockpit to outside, for whatever reasons you guys do, I never do, but if you do, then you have to, whatever settings that you have done here in these external views or something, you have to do it again. And let me tell you one thing. Now, all third-party developers are so much better in inibuilds. I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to the amount of bugs inibuilds has, and amounts of annoyances that you're going to get when you're flying inibuilds, other third-party developers are so much better. Because see, when you click this, when you're inibuilds and you're in an outside view, it will immediately go into this view. You didn't touch it. It will do this. You're back inside, then you have to go back out again and then do it. Man, you know how annoyingly difficult for me to, because when I want to record my landing videos, I have to go into showcase, right? So if I press insert, okay, for example, like I'm inside the, hold on. Oh yeah. I have to. There's one more thing, guys. If you are going to be in this mode, right? Okay, and then you want to go back into the plane. If you had been already in showcase mode, okay, what will happen when you press insert again? Like if you press insert while you're in external, right? Press insert again, it'll go back to external. It will not go to cockpit. It will go to external. So you need to, from external, go back to cockpit with the end button, which I don't have right now, and then later on, once you go in and out, it will be fine. Okay, so don't forget this part too. So what I was talking about, so imagine I pressed insert and I'm trying to fix my plane, right? Okay, I'm trying to do this. Oh wait, because what happens when I'm doing this? Okay, first things first, let's reset. Okay, how I set up my landing views. Okay, so I usually go here, okay, and then I do move the follow me and lock the drone. Okay, so what I have to do is basically, no, not here. So I want to go here, okay, and I want to go down to where I'm going to be, like, this is where I'm going to be standing when the plane is going to be passing me, right? So what I need to do here is I need to zoom in, okay, and then as you can see, see what's happening? It's going above the plane. So what I do, I unlock the drone mode, look down, okay, then lock it again. Okay, now when I used to have this closed and I had insert and I inibuilds plane, right? I have an inibuilds plane and I put insert and I go here and I'm like, oh shoot, I want to just set this. What happens when this opens? I'm thrown back into the cockpit and I have to go out and I have to do everything again from it's but yeah, this is how inibuilds planes. So inibuilds have really too many issues, and I promise you guys they are not going to fix these issues. All of the bugs that you see from inibuilds, if it's not a bug that will make the plane unflyable, they are not gonna care about it. They are not gonna fix it, because in the end these are default planes. Okay, they are not gonna spend time and effort fixing them for you. No matter how many the reports you guys made, they don't care. If it's a problem, they're gonna make up some excuse or the other and they're not gonna fix it. Okay, but that doesn't mean their payware planes are going to be the same. They are actually going to fix their payware planes. So the A350, they are going to work to make it very good. And the A300 that they had released before, especially now that they're saying they're looking into like making the plane be like for higher sim rates. It's going to be the autopilot should work better with auto sim, like higher sim rates up to 8x or something like that. And they're going to look into auto cruise also. And then they're saying once they put that into A350 and it worked, then they will port it over to the A300. Both payware. The defaults are going to stay the same. Another thing. So yeah, this is how I record my different views. So while I'm standing here, it will follow the plane wherever it's going to be going, is flying, landing, whatever, is going to work fine. Right, so here, like I said, so each plane will have default views. So we have shift 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, so what I do is like I go shift 1. Okay, shift 1. Oh, this is good. I need to make my this one, what do you call it, the view for the McDo. Okay, so that's Control Shift 5 for me. Okay, and when I'm in the default look of the plane, when I'm in this default area, it's Control Shift 1. So now my number 1 is always going to be the captain seat. So if you click 1 twice, it will go to the second default captain seat. There's always going to be 2. The one that you load into the plane and you see it, that's going to be your default view, your default captain seat view. That will always be there. So if you move it, let's say here, for example, then I press 1 again, it will go to my default. But if I press 1 again, it will go to this saved view. So what I usually do is this, either I would keep it like, let's say for here, for now, we want to keep it here so that we can watch the passengers load in, right? So if I press 1 again, it will take me back to my captain's view. But if I want to watch them again, I go back here. You get what I mean, right? So you can have 2 views in one, either this one and this one, or you can move it anywhere in the plane you want it. Oh, let's say for example like this. Oh, this is a nice view. Okay, so you can sit, do whatever you want, and then later on you want to sit, relax and watch everything, you can put it like that. And that's the thing. So shift 3 is here. For me, this is going to Control Alt and 6. This is how I do the tablet views. Okay, and tablet views in MSFS 2024, always make them a little bit higher because of this stupid shit that comes out in the top. So you want to be able to use all of these and to be able to, you know, there's like a drop down in the tablet, you know, that comes out when you're in this view. For example, there's this drop down. So if you have this right here, it's gonna piss you off. So better always leave like a small space above the tablet so that it doesn't annoy you. You know, you have to go a little bit higher to get them. So yeah, you know, even if like, for example, even if I do this, okay, but at least it's still, you know, it's not, this is not covering this area, so it's fine. Right, Control Shift 6. Okay, so that's 1, and that was 5. Okay, and then let's go to the next one. Okay, here and here, and then Shift 5. Shift 5 is the overhead panel. For me, it's Control Alt 3. So this 1 and 3 and 5. Okay. Number 2 for me is always here, okay? But I need to see what kind of, okay, so here, okay, this one, for example. This, I have my radio panels are always going to be like, okay, I like to keep this up here so that, you know, this again does not bother me, right? So I keep this like this. So this is Control Shift 4. And sorry, my hardware was in the wrong place. So okay, so 1, 3, and then 4, and then 5 and 6. Now number 2 is always going to be the FCU panel. So let's see. There we go. There's an FCU panel. Now my preference in an FCU panel is not actually this. I like to see. Oh no, move it back a little bit. Oh god. Okay. I like to see this too. I like to have the views of these two. Okay, so that I can see the top and the bottom. Okay, together while I'm doing the FCU. I like to see the whole screens. You can keep it up if you want. You can zoom it in if you want. It's up to you. But I like it this way. So this is going to be my Control Shift 2. Okay, now the next views are always going to depend on the plane. Okay, so if your plane has an option to allow you to move into the plane at the back, that's good. Otherwise, what I would suggest is you download a custom views. There's a lot on flightsim.to. Then you have the custom views, and then what you do is you so my custom views for the wings and the engines, it will be Control Shift Control Alt 7, 8, 9, and 0. So 7 will be left engine, 8 will be right engine, 9 will be left back side of the plane, which is basically like the where you see the flaps and the wing, and 0 will be the other side. So so what I usually do for those, see, all planes, especially the inibuilds, are very notorious for having these limits, right? They will limit you on how much you can go. And fortunately for the Fenix, the Fenix give you a little bit of more room to work with. So they're like, you actually can, I think you can get out of the plane a little bit. I'm not sure. But anyways, let me just get this. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So actually, it's going to be a little bit difficult to getting the whole engine here. Here we go. Perfection. Okay. So I'm again moving around is hold middle mouse button and move around your mouse. Should be fine. Okay. Now this is Control Alt 7. Okay. So when you're here, for example, and you want to go 7, there we go. This is our view. Now a lot of the planes will have the window. So if you go outside the plane a little bit, this window stuff will disappear. So a lot of the people, a lot of the developers like Fenix, they have like some really nice window stuff. So you might be missing on those. The inibuilds, you will have the raindrops or something, but from outside, but they look really bad. So you're not missing out on anything. Here the brain is so much better. It's gonna be like fantastic. So you're gonna love basically seeing parts of the window. I think that's the best thing for you. So yeah, so the windows here is fine, but I think see this part, you can see, right? There's a little bit of a place where the window just disappears. So when you're in a clear environment, you'll see the difference between the window and not. If that's something that bothers you, then you can just like try to move back a little bit and just keep it here. So this could be a nice view for you also, but for me, I like seeing more of the engine. So yeah, we go to the other place again, to the next one, and we set up the next view. Okay. Yeah, this is fine for me. This is fine. Okay, this is okay. Control Alt and 8. Actually, it's left Control Left Alt, huh? I forgot to say that. Left Control Left Alt 7, 8, 1, 2. All of them. You can do it that way. Okay. Now for the tail, for the back views, they're going to be behind the wing views. Definitely not this. This is what Fenix says is going to be a nice view, where basically you're having the engine will be showing, and a lot part of the wings, but you won't be seeing you won't see the fans, and that's why I do my views like a little bit weird, and on those views. So see here, they have this one also. This is their custom views for the for the tail. However, because there's a seat here, I usually don't do this. So I come to the next one. Okay, it's a nicer view, and yeah, you try to angle it backwards to see as much as the scenery as possible, and then the wing is here. That's Control Alt 0. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, we need to zoom out a little bit, get as much of this view as possible. It's right click and scroll out. Yeah, sorry, down, scroll down, and then Control Shift 9. Sorry, Control Alt, left Alt 9. Okay, so you got 7. Oh, that's 7, 8, 9. Okay, and now let's go for 0. And 0 will be right across. So 0 will be here. Okay. Here we go. Okay, zoom in a little bit. Okay. Control Alt, left Alt, and 0. There we go. So we're good. So this is 1. For some weird reason, I left this over here. So, okay. Let's keep it here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we get 7, 8, 9, and 0. I'm thinking if I missed out on something. I do not think so. I guess these are all of my different camera settings and my different okay, so when you go, oh, by the way, if you press the 0, the keypad 0, all the settings that you would have done over here in the showcase will reset. So the follow me mode will come back, the lock will be removed, the zoom level will be gone, phone speed also, if you have changed it will go back to 30. So you need to be careful with that. So what I do when I want to do the pushback view for you guys, like you see in a lot of my videos, so I just come here and I just make sure this is 10. The reason why I do sorry the reason why I do 10 is because 30 is way too fast. You can't control it to be precise, you know, for the wheels. So 10 is the best. It will move a little bit slower, but it's still good, you know. You just bring it here, you move it up a little bit, and voila, push back, camera is there, and you just leave it and you just go inside and outside, insert, you know, whenever you want to have a look. That's about it, guys. I hope this has answered a lot of your questions, and I hope it's been helpful for you guys to have these settings. And these are the settings that I use on a daily basis. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you learned something from this, and I hope it was beneficial for all of you. So yeah, don't forget, guys, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have anything more, anything you want me to show you, any questions, whatever I know and whatever I can do, I will help out. That's how I always do. Either I will just leave you a comment, a reply comment, if it's something I can just, you know, give you advice on a comment. Otherwise, if it's not and you guys want a video from it, I will definitely do that. And the recording software that I'm using, just as a special thing, I'm using Flight Control. Called again? Flight Control Replay. Yeah. So that was the payware one before he actually made one, which is basically here. I hate this one. I really hate it. First of all, look at it. Like it never opens properly. And this bug has been there since day 1 of MSFS, like 2024. Like you have to open it like a 1,000 times. And then you have to remember to do like record and then stop and then save, and that, man, it's a nightmare. I like the one that I bought, and he had just done a couple of updates for it. I think one update. after this one was released, and it works very well with MSFS 2024. And you have the window that is going to be open on the right side of the outside of your sim on your screen. If you have two screens, you can just keep it on the right side, record, stop, and it can actually auto name your files without any headaches, with any issues. Stop recording, the recording will just be there, and that's it. No hassle. Everything is hassle free. I have a certain location where it's going to record one. It will just record with the date, and then I know to go back to it for this date or this recording. That's it. Okay, guys. So this is it for this video. I hope you had fun, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.